Once there was a little candle, and he was afraid. He was a new candle, tall and white and smooth. He had a small wick, like a little black hat on his head. He stood on a wooden table next to a box of matches. The candle watched the sun go down. The room grew dark. The candle shivered a little. He knew what would happen next. Soon, a hand would come and light his wick, and he would start to burn. And he did not want to burn. If I burn, the candle thought, I will melt away. He looked at his long, straight body. He was proud of how tall he was, but the flame would eat him up. Drop by drop, he would turn into a waxy puddle. He would get shorter and shorter. And then, one day, he would be gone. There would be nothing left of him, just a small, dark spot on the table. The thought made him very, very sad. He wanted to stay tall and white and smooth forever. So the candle wished he could hide. Maybe he could roll off the table and under the rug. Or maybe the hand would pick a different candle. But there were no other candles. There was only him. The shadows in the room grew longer and longer. They looked like long, scary fingers reaching for him. The darkness made the room feel cold and lonely. The little candle felt very small and very alone. He wished the sun would come back up, but the sun did not come back up. Instead, a kind hand came. It held a match. The match had a bright, dancing head of fire. The hand brought the fire closer and closer to the candle's wick. The candle wanted to cry out, "No, please don't!" But he had no voice. And so with a soft flick, his own wick caught the fire. A small golden flame appeared on his head. He was burning, and he was very, very scared. The little candle's flame grew steady. It was warm. He felt the wax at the top of his head begin to soften. A single tear of wax rolled down his side. Oh, he thought sadly, it is starting. I am disappearing. He watched the tiny river of wax cool and harden near his base. He was already a little bit shorter than before. He felt a deep ache inside, like saying goodbye to a part of himself. It was just as he had feared. He was melting away, bit by bit. But then, the candle looked around. The room was not dark anymore. His little flame pushed the scary shadows away. They hid in the corners, afraid of his light. The table he stood on was bathed in a gentle golden glow. He could see the wood grain now. He could see the colors in the rug on the floor. His light made the room feel warm and safe. It was not a cold, lonely place anymore. It was cozy. A little girl came and sat at the table. She opened a book with big pictures. She could not read the book in the darkness, but now she could. The candle's light danced on the pages. The little girl smiled. Her eyes shone in the candlelight. She looked happy. The candle watched her smile, and he felt something new. It was a strange feeling. He was sad about melting, but he was also happy. Seeing the girl's smile made his flame burn a little brighter. He looked at his light touching everything. It touched the girl's face and the pages of her book. It touched the tall back of the chair and the soft fur of a sleeping cat nearby. He was giving them something. He was giving them his light. And in return, the room gave him a feeling of warmth that had nothing to do with his flame. He was still afraid of getting smaller. But watching the happy, peaceful room made him forget his fear, just for a moment. Next to the window sat an old lantern. The lantern was made of dark metal and had dusty glass panes. He was old and had not been lit for a long, long time, but he had seen many candles come and go. The lantern watched the little candle flicker. He could see the candle was worried. The moonlight shone through the window, and the lantern spoke in a soft, creaky voice. "Your light is beautiful, little one," he said. "But I am melting," said the candle. "I will be gone soon. What good is a beautiful light if I disappear because of it?" The candle watched another drop of wax slide down his side. "You are not disappearing," the lantern said gently. "You are changing. You are giving a part of yourself to the world. You are turning into light and warmth. You are becoming a memory in a little girl's happy evening. That is not disappearing. That is becoming something more." The candle was quiet. He had never thought of it that way. He looked at his reflection in the lantern's dusty glass. He saw a bright, strong flame. He saw the light that came from him. He was not just a piece of wax anymore. He was a beacon in the dark. "But why must I give myself away?" the candle asked. "Why can't I just stay as I am?" The old lantern sighed, his voice like the rustling of dry leaves. "What is the purpose of a candle, little one? Is it to stand on a table, tall and cold and unused? Or is it to fill a dark room with light, to make a space safe and warm, to help a child read a story? You were made to burn, not to last forever, but to shine brightly while you can. Your purpose is not in keeping your wax, but in giving your light. The candle listened to the old lantern's words. He looked at the little girl, who had finished her book and was now drawing a picture. She was drawing a picture of him, a tall, happy candle with a big, bright flame. The candle felt his wax heart swell with a feeling he did not recognize. It was not fear. It was not sadness. It was pride. He was not just melting. He was helping the little girl create something beautiful. He was not losing himself. He was giving himself. And that, he started to understand, was a wonderful thing. Every drop of wax that melted was a gift. It was a gift of light to the dark room. It was a gift of warmth to the little girl. It was a gift of peace to the sleeping cat. He was no longer a candle who was afraid of burning. He was a candle who was proud to burn. His flame stood up a little taller. It burned with a steady, peaceful light. It did not dance with worry anymore. It shone with purpose. He knew he would not last forever. The morning would come, and his flame would be put out, and one day he would be all burned away. But his light would be remembered. It would be remembered in the girl's drawing and in her happy memories. And so the little candle burned. He burned brightly and bravely. He did not count the drops of wax. He did not worry about how short he was getting. He just shone. He was happy to give his light away, because now he knew. The most beautiful thing a candle can do is not to last, but to light up the darkness